April Brew Robotics meeting. My name is Osman Arel. I'm the president of the club.
Yay.
Thank you. Thanks for everybody for coming. Is there anybody here who this is their first meeting? Raise your hand. Don't be shy. A couple people. Thanks for coming. So the way the meeting works is that we go over any club business, robot-related news first. Then we have a period of show and tell, where people bring up projects they're working on. Even if they're not complete, you know, as we like to say, this is a club for builders. So we'd like to see your projects, your robots, anything you're working on, whether it's finished and working or not. We all know that most robot projects are never really finished. You know, they're always something, always a work in progress. So don't be shy about showing people what you're working on. Let's see, as far as robot-related news goes, this is what we call robot season right now, where there's a lot of robot competitions going on. This weekend is the largest, I believe it's the largest amateur robot competition in the world, and it happens to be you know, within driving distance of us. It's Robo Games. It's like the Olympics of robotics. If you've never been and you like robots, you got to go. In fact, that was the first thing that got me interested in robotics. I went to that competition and then found out about this club after that. How many people are going to be at Robo Games this weekend? Show of hands.
Competing?
Competing or attending? Are you going to be attending?
I was going to compete, not just attending.
Okay. Yeah, our club usually has a pretty big presence at the show. Part of it's being is so we're so close to it. But there's teams that come from around the world to this, so we're really fortunate that we have it in our backyard. Our club is usually well known for the tabletop navigation, which is going to be on Friday. So the Robo Games is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Pleasanton Fairgrounds. And I think it starts at 12, officially 12 noon on Friday, but I don't know if the competitions really get started until Friday evening. The tabletop navigation, which is our club official club challenge, is at 6 on Friday evening, from 6 to 7. And camp usually runs that, and obviously we have a lot of people from our club participating in that one. And then on Saturday, from 12 to 6, is the Robo Magellan competition, which is another favorite with our club. We often have, you know, there might be 20 competitors in that particular competition, and maybe like a third of them are from our club. And always the Brazilians have a good team. Mexico always has a really strong team, and then there's other teams from around the world. So come on out to Robo Games if you're interested at all interested in robots and seeing what other people are working on. I think a couple of us have some robots that we're going to present this evening, or at least show during the show and tell, that are going to be competing at Robo Games. So you'll get to see what kinds of robots people are building. As far as other robot-related news, does anybody have anything or know of any competitions or anything coming up? Yeah?
Not local, but Robo Rave International in May 10th through 12th. But that's in
Robo,
Albuquerque.
what was that?
Robo Rave.
Robo Rave, where is that?
It's in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay. I haven't heard that one before. Is that an open competition?
Yeah, open platform, multiple different types of challenges. I think we're going to have about 525 teams this year.
Nice. Okay. We'll look that one up. Yeah.
I have a question, actually. Does anybody know about a high school level robotics program in Santa Cruz? Anything like that? I know there's Monterey and Carmel and stuff, but in Santa Cruz per se, I've got a parent who's interested.
There must be a first team somewhere in Santa Cruz. Do you know of first? And there's not one in Santa Cruz.
Monterey.
Well, here's your chance. You
And,
can start one.
Yeah. Okay.
There are some people in the club who are involved in first.
We're both first mentors.
Okay.
We've been there for 14 years.
All right. There's another guy who comes around. There's a first mentor, and there's a couple younger people who are actually in first. But you guys would know. So Yes. Chris.
Yeah, there's also, if anyone's interested, on May 2nd in San Francisco, it's an AI and robotics startup pitch night. It's kind of like Shark Tank theme, where people who want to get money from vulture capitalists come and pitch their products, and the focus is artificial intelligence in robotics.
Can anyone watch all the pitches?
It is open to the public, so if you want details, come and ask me. I have an email, and I can forward you with all the info.
Sounds good.
It's put on by SVR.
Silicon Valley Robotics. Very good. We also have the Maker Faire coming up next month. Typically, our club has a booth at Maker Faire, and we're looking for volunteers to staff the booth for a couple of hours in exchange for your time. Are you volunteering?
Yeah.
Okay. I believe Camp is going to be taking the list of volunteers, but in exchange for your time, a few hours, you get free entry into Maker Faire, which is a pretty good deal.
And if you haven't been to Maker Faire,
Go.
take advantage of this opportunity.
Yeah, everybody should go at least once.
If not 13 times.
I'd say if you're in this room, you need to be there.
If you're in this room, you need to be there. That's good. And you were doing something with robocars. Was that you?
Yeah, the DIY robocars.
Right. How you were going to do a location in South Bay.
So we did. A few of you, your cutie was there. Yeah, that was a fun kind of event. So I'm a mechatronics teacher in San Jose, and at Silicon Valley CTE, and my superintendent let me put down a nice big track. What we found, though, was that since we did it at 5 in the evening, by the time there was about 5 or 6 cars, by the time they had trained on the track and trained their algorithms and put them back on the track, the light conditions had changed enough that the cars just couldn't drive around the track. So we're gonna do it during the daytime. I'm thinking I'll send some out, but June, because I think they're alternating. So DIY will have their thing in May at their normal events.
Yeah, Chris Anderson is kind of started this whole thing, and there's a DIY Robocars .com website to meet up. He has been meeting in Oakland. Now it's nominally every 2 months. There will be, or there should be, a track at Makers Faire, and I'll be running on that as well as being mainly at our booth. There is another group that's just started up in Menlo Park, right near the original tech shop location. And they're every Sunday right now for a while. So if you want to go out and hang around with people who are building their cars, I was there just testing lighting and stuff on Sunday. But they're regularly, like I say, the DIY Robocars is going to be Makers Faire, and then in June there's somewhere down here one of the autonomous car companies, and then probably July be back in Oakland.
So I think in June too, I'm going to try one of those weekends to have a day. I mean, it's outside, so you're kind of you're at the mercy of the sun, and I'm not sure if one of my overhangs in the shadow, we might get some hard shadows on the track itself too.
Well, to me, it's not real unless you can deal with that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Make it end of June.
Yeah.
After school gets out, please, so we have more time.
All right. Yeah, I'm out May 25th. So that's when my summer starts.
All right. Any other robot-related news or anything that anyone wants to share?